With the number of young people out of work nearing its highest level since 2014, are you ready to challenge the myth of a lazy generation and discover how we can fix the broken systems holding them back? Hello and welcome once more to The Bench Report, where we break down recent debates from the benches of the UK Parliament. Our goal is to make UK politics more accessible and accountable, bringing you a new topic every episode via the wonders of AI technology. You're listening to Amy and Ivan.
So today we're looking at a debate that paints a pretty worrying picture of the UK labor market. We're really digging into this idea of a lost generation.
This persistent narrative that young people who are not in education, employment, or training are just, choosing to sit on the sofa.
Exactly. But the evidence from this parliamentary debate, which was led by MP Lindsay Farnsworth, suggests there's something much more, structurally broken.
It really takes apart that whole lazy youth myth piece by piece. The debate highlights what you could almost call the gig economy trap.
Farnsworth made this really striking comparison to the old mining buddy man system.
It's a shocking comparison. Back then, men were just recruited in pubs for a single day's work. And now you have young people waking up not knowing if they even have a shift.
You look at the story of Sean, a 22-year-old with arthritis. He is desperate to work, but he's just trapped in this cycle. It's not laziness, it's a complete lack of stability.
And even when they try to use the systems that are meant to help, they just hit a brick wall.
Well, take the case of Lily. She lost her electrical apprenticeship. She went to the Jobcentre, and what she got was basically indifference. She was just told to update her CV.
She ended up getting a job at Nottingham Forest Football Club, but the point from the debate was clear. She succeeded in spite of the system, not because of it.
And that lack of guidance, it leads to what I thought was the most vivid image from the entire debate.
The one from MP Richard Quigley?
Yes. He described the path to university as this queue, so clear you can see it from the moon.
But for anyone who isn't academic.
They're treated like free-range chickens. That was his face. Just told to go out and find something, with absolutely no map to follow.
And if you're one of those free-range chickens and you actually manage to find a job, you can run straight into another financial wall.
Let's talk about the housing trap. MP Amanda Hack pointed out this really perverse incentive in the welfare system for those in supported housing.
It's basically a massive tax on effort.
It is. For every extra pound a young person earns, the system claws back a huge chunk of their housing support because of these high benefit taper rates.
So they're literally forced to choose between taking more hours, maybe a promotion, or keeping a roof over their heads. It's an impossible choice.
And the cost of this dysfunction is just astronomical. The data shows that a young person out of work early in life can lose over £1 million in lifetime earnings.
Which costs the wider economy almost £200,000 per person. We're just hemorrhaging all this potential.
And we are also missing out on essential skills. MPs noted that the UK is crying out for welders, for bricklayers.
But because we've spent decades valuing degrees over vocational training, we have people trained for jobs that might not be there while these critical roles are sitting empty.
Which brings us to the political showdown on how to actually fix it. The government, through Minister Andrew Western, is pushing a youth guarantee.
The idea is to merge job centers with the National Career Service to stop that free-range chicken effect.
And guarantee training or work for 18 to 21-year-olds. They also want to shift apprenticeship funding to focus on younger people, not, executive training.
But the opposition argues that all this government interference is actually the problem.
That's right. Mark Garnier branded new regulations as the Barriers to Work bill. His argument is that by, say, banning probation periods, employers become terrified of hiring inexperienced youth.
If a business can't test a new hire without taking on a huge risk, they just won't hire them in the first place.
He also cited the 89,000 hospitality jobs lost due to national insurance hikes, arguing these policies are killing the very entry-level roles young people rely on.
So it's the classic debate. Is the answer state guarantees and merged services? Or is it stepping back to let businesses take a risk on new talent?
And while the MPs argue over the cure, thousands of young people like Sean and Lily are just waiting for a ladder that isn't broken.
That's it for this episode of The Bench Report. As always, find us on social media at Bench Report UK. If there's a specific debate you want us to cover, get in touch with our delightful human producer, Tom. He'll start scanning those pages of Hansard. Remember, politics is everyone's business. Source material for this episode is a text file taken from the relevant debate in Hansard, the official record of UK parliamentary debates. All content is repurposed under version 3 of the Open Parliament license.